actually did. Yeah, she jumped in and killed them. Blakey Bear, thank you for the 2. Very kind. All right, thank you for tuning in, brother. What's for lunch? Well, it's Friday, isn't it? So I'm thinking, might do Posh Westy today. Might order Pret. Might actually order Pret with just...
Skipping breakfast wasn't a big deal before.
I got you.
But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits, like the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for a buck? Gotta be Wendy's.
All right, check it out. We back. At the John's of Papa. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. In my opinion, when I just reviewed this new garlic 5 cheese crust pizza last week, I thought in my head, get rid of this slogan. We get it. It jumped the shark. This mission statement, you got to come up with something new. You got to mix it up. Because the pizza, the garlic 5 cheese crust pizza, if you missed that video, was very good and cooked perfectly. And again, shout out Papa John's. A, this thing weighs like 25 pounds. B, great customer service again. Phenomenal customer service at Papa John's. And I couldn't have been happier. So the look of this, you saw the thumbnail, I only showed you a slice. We're going to open this up because I mixed it up a little bit. Because when they launched this garlic 5 cheese crust pizza, I said to myself, Self, you got to make this with the epic stuffed crust. Now, I didn't know if they would do it for me. Again, shout out Papa John's. I didn't ask her if she wanted a shout out, so I'm not going to shout her out officially. But you know who you are.
Those eyes, that nose, your hair, your Nana's smile.
And I appreciate you. She was a sweetheart. So we're going to check this out. What I am calling the garlic 5 cheese epic stuffed crust pizza from Papa John's. To the intro. What is up, everyone? It is the endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where I try something and tell you if you shall like it or not. I can be very persuasive. Let's go. So garlic bread meets pizza is what they're calling this. The new garlic 5 cheese crust pizza is crafted with their fresh, never frozen original dough. And then the garlic 5 cheese crust is coated in garlic Parmesan sauce and seasoned with a savory Italian 5 cheese blend, including Parmesan, Romano, Asiago, what's the rest? Fontina, and provolone, all on the crust. Everyone in the pool, look at this. Some of you out there, when I do these pizza reviews and I show you what I get, and then you say, well, I haven't been to Papa John's in a while because they never make my pizza correctly. These are 2 in a row, 2 pizzas in a row that I ordered them well done, and both look phenomenal. Phenomenal. Shout out. All right, so here is the slice that I filmed the thumbnail with. Check that out. I got pepperoni, and there is the stuffed crust right there. Check it out. And there is that garlic 5 cheese crust topper. So listen, this cost me 20 bucks. I'm not gonna lie. But with the stuffed crust, this thing weighed, I don't know how much cheese she put on this. I don't even know. She just met me, but I think we've been best friends forever because she made this pizza the way I like it. A lot of pepperoni, tons of cheese, well done. It looks and smells amazing. So enough with the talking. Ooh, that's just nice to the touch right there. I am manhandling the slice. All right, wish me luck. The garlic 5 cheese epic stuffed crust pizza. Let's try the pizza first, and then we'll go in for the crust. Yeah.
Finding a way to make the dream. These are the moments that you fancy. However,
Cheesy, pepperoni, goodness. We have the garlic dipping sauce. That's good. This is hitting on like a different level today. I think because I'm excited about the crust. Who out there bites the pepperoni and then drizzles the juice around your pizza? Comment below. All right, so let's try out the stuffed crust. I'll show you this end right here. Check it out right there. So this is their epic stuffed crust, but it's going to have, like I've said the whole video, they were nice enough to do the garlic 5-cheese crust pizza, which doesn't come stuffed, but they stuffed it for you. I always say it's like my Vegas philosophy. Every time I've gone to Vegas, if you ask for something, you never know if you're going to get it. I got a 2 comps at the Bellagio buffet just for asking, and my play wasn't high enough. I just talked a little gambler talk right there. My play, meaning how much I gambled at the Bellagio, wasn't high enough to earn me that, but because I went through these 2 huge doors and said, hey, can you hook a brother up? They gave me 2 of them, but they said, are you going to still be playing here? And I said, yes, I will. I ended up playing blackjack for almost a full day at the Bellagio, and I made like $5,200. I'm a professional. All right, so let's get back to the review. Let's try the garlic 5-cheese epic crust. And we'll see if this should be on the menu as an option as well. I'm going to tell you yes. Because if I liked it without the stuffed crust, we're now trying it stuffed.
Checkers and Rowley's $4 unbeatable meal deal is getting glowed up.
Yeah, I rocked the drive-thru back in the day. Guess I still do.
Get yours with fries, drink, and dessert. Just $4.
Let's go!
Only at Checkers and Rowley's.
This is different.
Wow. That just picks it up 5 or 6 notches. Check it out right there. Wow. I've been saying wow lately in a lot of videos. I've been having some really, really good luck with the videos lately. Listen, it's not cheap. It is a large. It weighs 20 pounds. It's worth it to me. $20 for this, even though it is a chain pizza, conveyor belt pizza spot. The flavor of all of those cheeses, I don't know if you heard the crunch, and then that extra cheese on the inside with the 5 cheeses. Yes, please.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's all
This is first fumble of the season.
A bite of the crust. It worked so well without the stuff, and now it's stuffed. And I'm going to be stuffed.
I can't wait.
All right,
Come
so
on,
listen.
man.
A perfectly made pizza, flavors on
Knees
point,
down.
tons of cheese, and the addition of the stuffed crust on this garlic 5-cheese crust pizza.
Robot.
Get on Depop and save on your favorite brands. Find great deals on different styles. Make cash selling the things you don't wear, and pay nothing in selling fees. Save on Depop.
I want those clients to know, not just me telling them, but them feeling it, that Ashley cared about my case, and the Brody Law Group cared, and the staff cared.
Oh, yes!
disease could affect my brain and lead to overt hepatic encephalopathy. During one episode, I drove for hours, disoriented and confused. I wasn't myself. Xifaxan helped change that. It helped reduce my risk of other episodes and HE-related hospitalizations.
Xifaxan is the first and only medicine approved for reducing the risk of OHE recurrence in adults. Don't use if allergic to Xifaxan, rifaximin, or rifamycin antibiotics. Get help right away if diarrhea occurs. It may be a sign of a serious or fatal condition. Tell your doctor if pregnant, plan to be, or are nursing, have severe liver disease, or take medications that may increase Xifaxan levels in your body. Most common side effects are swelling of the belly or limbs, constipation, nausea, fatigue, insomnia, dizziness, UTI, anemia, and itching. Talk to your doctor about Xifaxan.
David Lord reminding you that college soccer is back in top plays and is back on the best of circumstances for Tennessee. The Vols are taking on number 1 UNC, and in the second half, Tennessee's Shea O'Rourke stays onside, explodes past the keeper for the open net goal. Vols up 1-0. Under 15 minutes to go in regulation, Jenna Stador finds O'Rourke once again. A 2-0 upset for Tennessee over the number 1 Tar Heels.
Ruling the game is brought to you by Burger King. Enjoy the new barbecue brisket Whopper, the first fan-inspired Whopper by you. Tell us what that next Whopper should be at pt2.com/WBY.
Let's go through Texas city by city, and we start in the Metroplex. The team that moves the needle in the Lone Star State, the Dallas Cowboys. There's Tom Landry back in their heyday. The Cowboys had 2 main dynasties. Won a couple Super Bowls in the 70s, then 3 more in the 90s. Dallas 5 Super Bowl wins, tied for the 3rd most in NFL history. To San Antonio, and another team that had a dynastic run, the Spurs won their first title in 1999, 2 years after drafting the future Hall of Famer Tim Duncan. San Antonio continued that success through the start of the new century, winning 5 titles in all. In college sports, there's Austin, the state capital and the home of the Longhorns. The Texas softball team took home the national championship this season, following back-to-back titles for the women's volleyball team in 22 and 23. And of course, EY and the Longhorns football team won it at 5. And finally, Houston, where the Astros have dominated Major League Baseball over the last decade. Houston made 7 straight ALCS appearances from 2017 to 2023, the longest streak.
Dad Jules, let's go. Your kid falls asleep 1 minute 32 seconds from home. What's the play? Work and wait. Quick glance. What's miss? Emergency. 3 snacks.
Easy. Shut up. Hey.
2 days now left in our 50 states and 50 days coverage. On Friday, Gazer will be with the reigning NCAA champion Vermont soccer team. And Saturday, we conclude Kevin McGowan and Ryan Smith at the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Do it again. I'm turning the
Coming up at the top of the show, extra innings in Minnesota and 1 call. This Twins then
Do it again. I'm turning the string.
That was his hat.
Replaces no cell network bridge.
I already got a wire.
That's why T-Mobile now has a cell network with 600 dedicated satellites that automatically connect to your phone. Verizon doesn't even have 10. And when you try to connect to them, you got to wave your arm around like this, looking all goofy. So join T-Mobile. Come out to the middle of nowhere. When you get here, drop me a text saying you won't believe where I am.
At Burger King, celebrities don't rule the menu. You do.
Hey, hi ma'am, what do you want? A barbecue brisket Whopper would be cool.
We hear you. Try the barbecue brisket Whopper today.
Force Factor Creatine gummies build muscle and strength, improve recovery, and boost cognitive function. Why? Force Factor Creatine gummies contain 5 grams of clinically studied creatine monohydrate in each delicious serving. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Creatine gummies.
Gatorade has the #1 proven electrolyte blend designed to hydrate better than water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and refuel. So you can lose more sweat and earn that place in history. Gatorade. It's the new.
Did you know Garco has a 97% customer satisfaction rate?
Is it weird seeing yourself on TV?
It's not your ability to let people know that Garco is more than just savings.
And they were cats attention.
Wow. It is so.
Well, they just love great customer service.
Customer service.
Alright, then we get this excited from Whitford. You know?
No.
Guys, he's right here.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Blanket Fort. Dad. Ice cream. Real vanilla. Grade A milk. Fresh cream. The best things in life start with the simplest ingredients. Better starts with Breyers.
Here on the internet, you can pretend to be anything.
Like an elderly man's bank.
Or an expert plumber.
Don't trust the unfiltered internet. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros.
Angie, just about.
Yeah, make sure I get 3-5 because they ain't advertising it.
Oh, we're advertising. Get 3 pieces of our crispy, juicy signature chicken for just $5. How's that?
Let's go, Papa.
Every year, the only goal that you have is win the Super Bowl. We don't win it tonight.
All this pressure builds up.
No one's ever got 3. People look at you like really feeling. Put the camera close.
Love slots? DraftKings Casino app's got you covered. They got tons of slots to choose from. Cash Eruption, Cleopatra, plus no one's exclusive to DraftKings. All these options, I feel like a slot machine. Winner, winner, early bird dinner. New players play $5 and get 500 total spins on Huff and More Puff. Plus, get a first day replay up to 1,000 in credits. The crown is yours. We hit the jackpot.
Get an 11% rebate now at Menards. Get backup power when you need it with the Generac Standby Generator. It automatically starts within seconds of sensing power loss. Save over $800 on this home standby generator after rebate. Add character to your home with a new exterior light from Patriot Lighting. Hurry in today to find the perfect light to match your style and get an 11% rebate on all stock outdoor lights at Menards.
The Little League Baseball World Series rolls on in Williamsport. Yeah, Venezuela, Nevada, Panama, and Connecticut, they all won yesterday. They play on Friday afternoon. They will take Canada and Washington and Aruba and Hawaii all playing their first games of the series. Nobody's going home yet. All 4 games on ESPN Plus.
Got a little something for you from the Canadian Football League. Standard field length and width is 150 yards by 65 yards. Khalil Pimpleton of Chippewa fame is going to root call this from 117 yards. It was just a minute 15 after the fourth quarter. Winnipeg was up 27-20, and this would tie under. However, Winnipeg will find a way to bounce back and win 30-27 after they sprint up 117 yards. Y'all need to lock that one up. All for Nazi. That's the most unfulfilling, unnecessarily long. I'm ready.
Again, free burgers, Wednesday, George Webb, Milwaukee. Enjoy.
This is Sports Center.
Show is what's good.
We get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
High school ball there is getting the wrong kind of injury updates.
Yeah, a 37-year-old with back issues. That can be tricky. As can a little leaguer who throws 82, which is like a big leaguer throwing 107. I'll tell you all of it, but first, flyby. Guy by the name of Zane Washington making a name for himself in the Atlantic League. The Lexington legend center fielder going back and getting up. Oh, quiet back. Zane Washington spells it with an X. Yeah, his team loves it. He's a legend, all right, because he did this right before. Zane Washington, the camera work was better tonight, frankly. Zane Washington, 2 tremendous catches. They were ready for it, apparently. All right, let's get to the board. What we got? New York Mets. That team has lost its way and now in danger of losing its spot in the wild card. Facing the Braves again tonight. You see the Mets have lost 6 straight in which they've scored first. Uh-oh, this can't be good for the Mets because Francisco Lindor just gave the Mets the lead. Don't like running out front. Top 4, Ozzy Albies. Now that's a stroke, and that's to right center. And now get over the wall. So we're tied at 1. Soto's still looking for that baseball. Where is that thing? 6th inning. Albies on the gadget with 2 aboard. This guy is a Mets killer. More RBIs against the Mets than against any other team. Chunks it in the left. That brings in a run. Braves take the lead 2-1. Mets tie at 2. Bottom 6. Pete Alonso. And that'll get into left center. Soto coming around to score. Alonso lead baseball and RBI with 99. That's up 3-2. Braves come back to top 8. Good ball game. Albies up with a runner in scoring position. That's to right. And that's off the wall. Albies 3 hits, 3 RBI. Michael Harris 2nd. Sliding in like Superman, so the Braves back up 4-3. Alonso leading off the 9th. As fans pinning their hopes on Polar Bear. First pitch. No, that's just a ground ball to third base. So 1 down in the inning, and then 2 down in 7 Mullins. Last chance for the Mets. Gets it on the screws. But right to Harris. Mets have lost 13-15. Now just a half game up on the Reds for the last wild card spot in the NL.
They're not playing well, but too much talent. You know, we're going through a very tough time right now, but you know, there's a lot of good players there, and we just gotta get through this. We can be looking at the standing. You know, we're not where we at. We haven't played well, but we're still pretty much right in the thick of things. So we gotta find a way. At the end of the day, like I said, we have to play for each other and fight for each other, and understand that this situation sucks, but it's part of the journey.
So 13-50, we start wondering when's the last team to do anything in the postseason on that kind of a stretch? Well, one team has won the World Series after losing 13-15 for the year, and it's a team from New York, the 2000 Yankees. They ended the season 10-1, win it all for ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
Terry Schooler's came off the short start from an inning standpoint Thursday. He already still the lowest in the American League, though. He and the Tigers visiting the Twins. Bottom of the 3rd, where we start things off. No score yet. Juan Edward Julian, with nobody on and 1 out, takes a pitch out to right field, a solo homer. Gets out to right field. That gives the Twins a 1-0 lead. Later on, it's 2-0, and Luke Keats will get the home run. Byron Buxton would score. That RBI single had Minnesota up 3-0. Smooth, by the way, still without a strikeout through 3 frames. We move to the 4th. Top level. Riley Green helping the Tigers get back into this bad boy. Providing a souvenir, his 28th on the year. Brings Detroit within 1. Top 6 now. Colt Key lines this out the center to drive in Javi Baez. We are locked up at 3 apiece. By the way, that RBI single came on Colt Key's birthday. Bottom 8 now, still tied. Byron Buxton drills one out to left. Green after warning track and makes the grab. All kinds of contact with the wall. Walks in though and brings it in. Buxton can't do anything but tip his cap. We remain tied. We go into extra bottom 10. Austin Mark with the runner on 3rd and Spitz Torkelson will field again. Home for getting the tag on the runner. Dylan Dingler close play at the plate, but he makes it. Call would be reviewed and upheld. We move to the 11th. Bottom of it. Twins down 4-3. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. But on that 0-2 2 pitch. Twins manager Rocco Baldelli doesn't agree with the strike 3 call. He thinks the ball hit the ground and may be a case to be made there. Baldelli, regardless, is kicking dirt, throwing a hat, and he's up out of there. Regardless, 2 batters later is the last chance for Minnesota, and the one seed.
Playing with me. Stop playing. Stop playing with me.
Brand new puzzle game.
Now the Blue Jays are tough, both trying to maintain them.
Y'all know I wanted to go to the defense line. Stop playing. Do all your little cheating shit now.
He's known to make some solid contact. And this one, he gets a ride, but it's a hell of a catch up there left field. But David Snyder tracking it down, robbing the young boy of extra bases. Matt Scherzer could obviously not be a fan of that one. Most were a fan of his efforts as well. Turning back to the block with Matt Scherzer. Matt Shaw swinging on the slider, Michael Bush swinging on the 4-seamer, and Dansby Swanson. How's that high cheese? Scherzer finishes the day 7 innings, 5 hits, just 1 earned, and 3 fans. We head to the 7th. Blue Jays down 1-0. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Oh, God. One of the most violent swings in baseball, and it is bye-bye. Guerrero Jr. is the first ever Blue Jays player with 5 20 home run seasons before turning 27 years old. We move to the 9th frame, and Dansby Swanson is at the plate, 2 outs. Tying runner on, and that 171 batting average with runners in scoring position takes a little bit of a hit. The Blue Jays win 2-1.
Day 2 of the Little League World Series. Let's show you what happened in Williamsport on Thursday. Started off with Czech Republic against Japan. Japan up 2-0. Bottom 2, Subaru Yoshida stepping in with 1 aboard. And that one will get over the center fielder and go all the way to the wall. Above scores. Yoshida got to lay down a triple. Japan up 3-0. Meanwhile, Kensei Takeuchi lights out. Breaking off curveballs. Feed on the outside corner. Japan goes on to win 12-0. A combined no-hitter. 4-inning mercy rule.
All right, the fellas from Massachusetts taking on South Carolina. Bottom 2, Joe Giuliani smashes one to deep left field. That is a grand slam. Giuliani gets every last bit of that one. South Carolina goes on to defeat Massachusetts 13-0.
Chinese Taipei against Mexico. Lee Chinsa leading off first inning. Crunch. And that wasn't the most impressive thing that Lee Chinsa did on this day with Chinese Taipei up 1-0. He's also on the hill. Nice pitch there for strike 3. This guy can throw a little. Next batter, keep an eye on the pitch speed. That was 82 miles an hour. That is a blur when you're 46 feet away. Again, 82 is like a big leaguer throwing 107. And there he goes again. Good job by Ian Hanover. Get that on the ball. Chinese Taipei goes on to win 3-0. Jinsei dominates from the plate in the hill.
Meanwhile, in the majors, the Phillies Nationals, a former Little Leaguer, Monet Davis was in D.C. to throw out the first pitch to Robert Hassel III. Flashback to 2014, that Little League World Series, Philadelphia and Nashville, and Davis actually struck out Matt in their Little League World Series bid. Hassel III would be one of many victims at the plate for Davis, but back to this evening, it was absolute still gas for Monet Davis. Phenomenal moment 11 years later.
The second event in the FedEx Cup playoffs, the BMW Championship in Owens Mills, Maryland, Cairns Valley Golf Club. Tommy Fleetwood looking to bounce back after yet another heartbreak at last week's St. Jude Championship. Say this for Tommy, he keeps putting himself back in contention. This on the par 4-12, his second shot, and that's sticky. Gonna have to fix that ball mark. Fleetwood finished the day in second, 500 score of 65. And he and the world #1 Scotty Scheffler were tied for third last week in Memphis. Scheffler on the par 5 16, third shot. Nice divot and nice results. Scheffler makes the birdie putt from there to get to 3 under. We move along to 18. From 25 feet for birdie. Right speed, right line, you got it. Scheffler with a full under 66. He's in 3rd place. They're all chasing this guy, Robert McIntyre, a good Scotsman, putting for birdie from 66 feet away. McIntyre on Route 66. Run it in, baby. Tremendous reaction from McIntyre there. Next hole, from 39 feet. That's like a gimme for this guy. Just a 39-footer, and that is not a problem. That putter, scorching hot. On 17, from 22 feet. This guy birdied his final 6 holes, made 195 feet of putts, his most in a single round of his career, to 62 for McIntyre.
Oh my God, bro.
Countdown to week 1.
Man, so fuck tired of weekend. Fuck off this line.
When Aaron Rodgers will make the Steelers debut, let's make Mike Tomlin tell us the 41-year-old is part of a collection of Pittsburgh players not participating in the second preseason game, but could take part in the joint practices the Steelers have against the Bucs. But that is Mike Tomlin said, don't worry about it next week.
Matthew Stafford has a new timetable to get back on the field. He's been dealing with an aggravated disc in his back. He was originally supposed to return to practice on Monday, but after a workout last Saturday, didn't feel good enough to go. The Rams will work him out again this Saturday, much the same, and see what's what.
Shit.
You know, I think probably a little bit of both, but it's you know, we're trying to get our hands around this as well. So I don't really have much more information other than, you know, think you know, we're trying some different things that are hopefully going to be in alignment with getting him back out on the field, and I'll have updates for you as we go.
All right, so from the day the Rams got to have Matthew Stafford back there. In his 4 seasons with the team, Stafford has led LA to the playoffs 3 times, including the Super Bowl. Without him, the Rams have struggled. They have Baker Mayfield out there for a bit, Carson Wentz, and Jimmy Garoppolo, all starting games that didn't go so.
The long-awaited hearing for Rashee Rice's role in a multi-car crash back in March of 2024 now has a set date. According to Adam Schefter, Kansas City chief receiver, will have a disciplinary hearing on September 30th in New York City, meaning Rice will likely be able to play the first 4 weeks of the regular season before any potential discipline is levied. Sue L. Robinson, a former U.S. district judge, will hear the case. The only other NFL disciplinary hearing she's presided over was Deshaun Watson in 2022.
Up next, 50 States in 50 Days rolls on in Texas, where they go big on high school football and they flash back to one of the greatest high school games ever played. Later, we'll go one-on-one with Drake Duplessis, who puts his belt on the line Saturday night in Chicago, how he tries to add to his legacy in a building that's produced plenty of champions.
Yeah, make sure I get 3 to 5 because they ain't advertising it.
Oh, we're advertising. Get 3 pieces of our crispy, juicy signature chicken for just $5. How's that?
Let's go, Popeye.
Some people just knew they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
First night in the house.
Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house. Hold on. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Class clowns. Old truck. More memories. Less sugar. Fewer net carbs. Fewer calories. The best things in life start with just the right ingredients. Better starts with Breyer's Carb Smart.
Capture moments in color with paint made to last. Only at Sherwin-Williams. This is Buick. Now. Buick. Exceptional by design.
Get 0.9% APR on these 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get up to $3,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Waking up with headaches? Sealy Posturepedic's exclusive precision fit coils respond with targeted support right where you need it most. Shop Sealy savings during the Labor Day sale.
A car that doesn't offer this kind of welcome is a car that stops short of earns. At the latest Motor Opportunity Sales Event, get offers on select models.
Check the new Dandy Fit. Oh, snap! DirecTV.
That's right. DirecTV's flexible photos, pro college games at your fingertips. The second dad's a kid son. It's cartoon.
Okay, thank you so much. I was about to say that. It's cartoon.
So this is pickleball? I'm gonna get some pickles at the bar.
Next, David and other David.
Better idea. Not bad. Still have a feeling with the pickles. No, me either.
When emergency strikes, first responders need their critical technology to move as fast as they do. That's why T-Mobile created T-Priority. So in times of congestion, first responders get more capacity, faster speeds, and extended coverage, even in remote areas. Backed by the world's largest satellite-to-cell network. T-Priority, built for tomorrow's emergencies. Ready today on America's best network.
Sports Center, brought to you by UFC 319, Saturday. Buy now at espnplus.com/PPV.
There's a reason the Cowboys only spent the first 3 weeks of camp in Oxnard. It was 101 degrees with humidity in Fort Worth today. But high school teams can't afford to jet to California. They play in the soup. And we all know about the level of play in Texas high school football. Those kids sell out stadiums. Hannah Storm, who's got a lot of Texas in her soul, down in the Lone Star State. But check it out.
Welcome to Texas, 50 states and 50 days, state number 48. Now, those umbrellas are not for rain. Those are for the heat, but it ain't the heat, it's the humidity here in Texas.
And I would have paid a lot of money to watch you bull riding. Trust me, a lot of money.
And no, I will not be participating in that.
And everybody comes here and they want our ingredients. And so,
What are your ingredients, though? Get the tea here. You know, all my exes live in Texas. No, not that kind. We don't have enough time for that. I'm talking about my ex-jobs. You know what they say here in Texas? The higher the hair, the closer to God.
There have been many highlights in this program, but none bigger than the hair of Hannah Storm. Look at that.
Kevin, isn't that why we invented cowboy hats? To cover all that stuff up, you know?
Hannah showing off some Texas high school football, and how good is it? Well, this game from 1994 is Exhibit A. Plano East against Tyler, Division II playoffs. Early in the fourth quarter, this game being played at Texas Stadium. Plano East down by 17. Jeff Ridley fumbles. John Tyler forces it. David Warren has it. it's going to be a touchdown. John Tyler goes up 41-17 with under 5 to go. Got to be game over, right? That's right. Under 3 to go. Whitley for Terrence Green. Plano East misses the 2-pointer. It's 41-23, so they go onside kick. And John Tyler can't handle it. Plano East recovers. Terrence Green also the kicker there. And then with 1:31 on the clock, Whitley to John Braddock. 2-point try good. This time they're down 10. Another onside. And they can't get it again. Roderick Dunn can't make the play. All these guys are approaching 50 now. You know Roderick is still reliving that one. Another quick pass by Whitley to Braddock. 2-point conversion fails. It's 41-37. Another onside kick attempt on the way. Can Plano East recover 3 in a row?
They got it again! They're crushing my unbelievable! This is unbelievable! Yeah!
Walmart's got low prices for back to school. With tech from $9, kids fashion from $4, and school supplies starting at 25 cents. Shop back to school for less at Walmart.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a pickle-rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I looked at the menu last night knowing I was coming here, so I know exactly what I want. I think I'm actually going to, because you guys liked the video I did at Roast Mexicana, I'm going to get one of their local brews because this is a brewery. It does make sense. So, again, please drink responsibly. I'll start with that. We'll get our other stuff. I'm also sitting outside because, well, it's easier for me to record outside. The lighting's a little bit better. The music is a little less loud, and I feel like I can talk a little bit more chill. There's only one other party out here. If you do hear a baby, there's a baby to have a baby. So, don't be like, about weird about that kind of stuff. Anyway, I figured y'all might find this funny, so I do have a story. Like I said, I was going to get a beer, so I ordered a beer. I got ID'd. I looked at him twice. I was like, but I don't mind it. I just think it's funny because I'm clearly not like under. But he was like, yeah, if you look under, I think he said 30 or whatever. He's like, we ID everybody. He's like, you should take it as a compliment. I was laughing. I wasn't mad. I thought it was funny as hell. Okay, I got my menu out so I can read you exactly what this is, but they have their own house beers, again, because it is a brewery. So this is the House Honey Blonde. It says goes down like a punk rock anthem. I don't care about all that. But it's a light, crisp blonde ale with a rebellious touch of noble hops and honey. I'm clearly older than 21. Drink responsibly. I do have to say that. This does taste very similar to Blue Moon, but it's much stronger. It's 4.8, so it's definitely much stronger, a little hoppier than a Blue Moon. I'm very familiar with like those types of ales because they were the only ones that I drank back in the day. But
Checkers and Rallies. 2 new burgers, 1 big collab with Glorilla.
Yeah, I made burgers. Now I make them famous.
Get Glow to Peas Barbecue Double or go big with Big Glow's Barbecue Buford. Only at Checkers and Rallies.
This is different.
Listen, I've been working too hard. We should take a vacation.
Nobody too isn't awesome. Crowd pleasing. Fist pumping. Oh my. Yeah. All about brawl of the film. Nobody too rated R. Only in theaters now.
And at the back end, you get a little bit of a sweet note from the honey. You ever think I'd be reviewing beer? But this is damn good for a person who's not really a beer drinker. I would throw an orange slice in this, like I used to do with the Blue Moons back in the day, but I like it. I'm not rating beer, but definitely would pair well with like a burger, some fries, or something like that. I'm not really sure about my ribeye, but I didn't care. I wanted to try this one. Appetizers are on the way. Drink responsibly. Okay, so funny story. The last time I was here, I got to meet a lot of the staff. It wasn't filming, but the manager came back out. I guess someone caught wind that I was here, and I'm still getting everything. You don't know, I actually did a brand deal with Yard House like a year ago. not even a year. I think it was like 7 months ago. And in that video, I explained this, but I like to play so much. I got paid mostly in gift cards, so that's what I'm using today. That's why I got it, man. But anyway, real nice dude. He said he watches the videos too and he enjoys the content, so I appreciate you just kind of stopping out and saying hello. I got the chicken nachos because last time I got this, it was like deconstructed in my car. I wanted to do it. So you get this, it's really hot. Big ass plate of nachos. And this costs $16.49, but they are like legit ass nachos. Even when I got them in the car. Here we go. They were deconstructed in the car, so I had to kind of piece together the ingredients. The cheese wasn't melted, and pinto beans on here. When I came inside last time, they had this thing that had like a guajillo sauce and a chipotle sauce on it. And they're on nachos. Guac. Oh, but here's the house guac. No, their guac is good as hell. Oh, man. $16 for this big ass thing of nachos. Honestly, I rave about this place every time I go. There's a reason I ask for gift cards. The nacho chips are salted, but they're not like chipotle over salted. And finally, they're also a thicker chip, so they're not pulling apart. I'm gonna grab one more from the nucleus just to show you. I'm gonna grab right in the middle. That was sitting in the sour cream with the guac. There we go. Look at this. These are easily the best nachos I've gotten from any chain. It's not even close. Not even close. I just got a big thing of that, like, chipotle sauce. On a chain scale, he's getting 9. Like, stupid good. Stupid good. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's my last one. I still got a lot of food coming. Okay, I had to get the wings. I love their wings. There's 2 more flavors that I didn't get last time I sat in a restaurant. So I got buffalo and their whiskey pepper, which was my favorite one I got in the car. Look at this. Whiskey pepper. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Even more than ever, you can taste the whiskey in this. Well, I don't know how people are going to feel about that from like a regular consumer standpoint, but for me, a really different taste. It's like a kicked up version. I remember Jack Daniel's whiskey at TGI Fridays didn't taste like this at all. It's like a much more kicked up version of that. Like if they did it gourmet, this is what it tastes like. You can see all the pepper. Hopefully, I'm sure my camera's picking that up. That's on there. As always, they're breaded wings and they're cooked perfectly. I already knew that. That's really good, man. Again, if you're not over these, you don't like the taste of whiskey flavored things. There's no alcohol in it. It's cooked out, but it's very noticeable. Gosh, good. We always do one wing and one flat just to make it even for all you flat people. I am a drum person, but I don't mind a flat. So there's a group of kids, because I'm outside, they're like standing right by the fence. So if you hear people talking and stuff, there's a whole group create them. One of them just said, get over here. Just so you know, I be trying to explain stuff. Every time I know people like, who's that talking? I'm in a public place, bro. I don't own it. So we got babies, we got little kids. Cool. These are so good to me. Even though they have that whiskey flavor, there's enough sweetness that it doesn't taste like I'm eating alcohol. It just gives you a little note at the back end of it. Really good. Well, let's get these buffalo joints in too.
Proven engineering, powered by the AP battery system. With the 135 series of professional-grade battery tools from Steel, you can take on the work without compromise. Battery power built for work. Real Steel. Find yours.
I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. Painful bumps that come and go. I used to think, why me? My symptoms made me miss work, miss out with my kids. I said, enough. You're stronger than this. Keep fighting.
Take on HS differently with Cosentyx. It works from the inside to target a believed source of inflammation that may cause HS symptoms. Real people saw 50% reduction in bumps and abscesses after 16 weeks. Don't
I love it about Buffalo sauce, but it tastes like it came from a bottle. And that's exactly what this is. Really, a cayenne vinegar kick. You don't like cook it down with the butter like everyone does, but it's a lot more. I'm like eavesdropping. I don't know what you're talking about. But a really nice buffalo sauce. I think I've said this a bunch of times. I like buffalo wings, but I'm not like a buffalo fiend like some of y'all are. But these are really good buffalo wings. And I'm still done. Great thighs. I haven't even tried. I think this is ranch. It's a house-made ranch, and it's actually house-made. I think I've said this a bunch of times. I don't really dip my wings except for Wingstop. I think a good wing doesn't need dipping sauce, even buffalo. Okay? I know some of y'all like buffalo and blue cheese. That's cool. I just don't think it needs it. I'm going 8 for the buffalo. I'm going 9 for the whiskey pepper. Really good. They also have some chili garlic ones here that are absolute heat. And their lemon pepper is also really good, which I got last time I sat down in here. This isn't my first time sitting down in here. It's actually my second. First time outside, though. But both of these are really good. I'm going to get one more of these wings. Entrees should be out soon. They said they're almost done. So, keep it coming. So this is a random question for all you younger people. Since I'm standing outside and been people watching, I have noticed 2 or 3 people today wearing Ed Hardy. Did Ed Hardy make a comeback? Because let me tell you something. When I was in college, Ed Hardy was popping. That was like the late 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Ed Hardy used to pop off, and then it went away real quick. But the shirts used to be like $100 to $150 a shirt, t-shirt. Some of them would go even more than that. But even if you wanted the cheap joints, it was like $100 when they first dropped. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just left. But I've noticed people wearing it again. That's the trend I can get with, man. Y'all, I guess I'm old if that's becoming a trend. But I usually think trends usually take like 20 years to come back around. So if it did in fact make a comeback, that's crazy. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but to think that Ed Hardy, which again, like 2010, 2011, that's what we wore. And it was popping before that. So that's cool, man. Shout out to Ed Hardy. I had a suspicion that this happened. I told you earlier that the manager actually came out and said hello. He gave me something that he wanted me to try. One of these is on the menu, and one of them is not. But we're going to try it out, man. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? So they just added birria tacos to their menu, which is this one right here. But they have one that I tried before called a vampire taco, which is this one right here. But they use the ingredients from the birria taco. I'm trying to say this slowly because he said it to me very quickly, and I'm trying to retain it. And he put the stuff inside the vampire taco. So outside is a crusted cheese shell, which is what their vampire taco is. I'm going to start with this, but there's birria, cilantro, onions on the inside, and then obviously some jack cheese, and then there's some consomme, which is right here. I know it doesn't look like it, but I'm really close to this camera. I'm so shocked that you can get this angle from this side. But let's try this. Almost headbutted the camera. Before I say anything, I'm going to try just the birria taco. They drown this thing in consomme. You can see how much it's like. This one doesn't have that, so I'd rather them do it in Empire all the time because it's a much crispier shell. But you don't even need a damn consomme for that. Oh my goodness. I will say this. That birria is really flavorful. Like, really tender. And there's a ton of cheese and all the onions in here. They didn't even consomme for this one. I don't even need it. You can see there's so much down here that it's insane. I like the vampire version better, which isn't on the menu. I'm sure if you ask for it, might be able to do it for you. But again, it just has like that melted, toasted, cheesy shell on the outside. You can just see how much more the flavor of both of these is on point. As you can see, a lot of y'all say sometimes food looks dry. That is true. $8.5, bro. That's good. I wish I had more onions. A little bit, but not much. I also want to try this rice and beans too. That kid is cute though. The rice and beans are good as hell. This basically came from like the corner store. I'm not joking with you. Like, whoever made these, they know how to season in Spanish. I did not expect it to taste like this.
Everyone is welcome on Depop. Whatever your style, there's someone who wants to buy it. List your clothes in minutes. Pay nothing in selling fees, and use the extra cash.
Not pretty. It's more of a Spanish rice than like a Latino rice, and I know people probably know that if you don't know the difference. There's no like sazon in this, and things that I would get like from my like Dominican friends or my Puerto Ricans. But if you ever had like Spanish rice, that flavor that's in there, it's more reminiscent of that. But the pinto beans are crazy. I don't know what the actual meal comes when it looks like this, but get the rice and beans. The rice and beans are like an 8.8 out of 10. Like, I'm actually shocked. They're really good. This is nice. Their tacos here are really good. I had them in the car. They're even better in here. If you're gonna get the video, I would ask for the Vampire Show. The only thing, because I don't like when my video gets like, I want to be able to grab it. And I feel like this is just falling apart. That's my only complaint. But the flavor of everything is super awesome. This is something that I wanted to get last time, but I didn't have enough stomach in order to get it. I've had this before. This is their Korean ribeye, and I thought it was so amazing. I'm pretty sure I have footage. If I do, I'm gonna add it. Cut this with a, excuse me, I'm sorry. Can I cut this with a butter knife? Yes, I can. I say this 1,000 times. I've gone to Roots Chris, all kinds of expensive places. They are overpriced as hell. This is $43 with fries. Who's the fucking chef here? Who's the chef? Mm-hmm. I need some of that fat too. Very well done. I would put this steak up against any chain restaurant, any. But yeah, I gave this a 10. So I was like, I bet it's even better in the restaurant. But it's a massive Korean marinated ribeye. It's marinated similar to what you would get in like bulgogi. But the last time I got this, I literally gave it a 10. Make a hell of a steak. Nice fatty piece off the ribeye. Like I said, this tastes like bulgogi and a ribeye had it made. It's the same marinade. So it's a little sweet. I believe they use pear in bulgogi. I'm not 100% sure on that. And if it's for I will eat this whole thing. It's still, I just don't think you're making a better steak than this. Had to change. I don't think I have a grilled shrimp skewer. I didn't get this last time, but I wanted to try it this time. They must have some sort of house one. It's a seafood seasoning similar to like, okay, I'm going really left field on this. I got sent the seasoning from Pike's Fish Market, the one in Seattle. It's not Pike's Fish Market, but Pike's, you know, the fish place. And where they throw the fish, it tasted just like that. Like, very similar. It's a very popular one. I didn't tell you what that was. These are chili garlic fries. So it's got a garlic aioli and a chili sauce on it. It's a gochujang-based sauce. Second channel just did video at H1. And I was talking about how I used to buy gochujang paste all the time to marinate my chicken with. Not in, but with. And I love the flavor of it. And it's got Parmesan on the top too. With some scallions. But yeah, this thing still gets a 10. It is to me, I've had Longhorn, I've had Texas Roadhouse, I've had Outback, I've had all of these popular places. I mean, we haven't done like the Roots Chris and stuff like that, so maybe we'll do that so y'all can see what we know how on again. But as far as the chains, I just don't see one being better than. For a ribeye, this costs $40. I'm more than okay with that. Longhorns and Outbacks are a little cheaper. Texas Roadhouse is actually a little cheaper too. There's a bigger piece of cut of meat. Really good. The fries are excellent, and the shrimp is good too. I would expect much from the shrimp. The star of the show is juicy ass ribeye. And look at that, man! It's so I cannot tell you how much. So I usually don't like when things like this happen, but I understand it in this situation because I've been here before. When I asked for the check, they said they comped it. I was using a gift card anyway, which they might not have known because it was from like Yard House Corporate. So I didn't pay for anything, but what I'm going to do is put the prices up on the screen. I've said this a billion times. I have spent hundreds of dollars Some people said I got paid, bro. I got receipts. I have now paid, between the 2 times I've gone, about $350. This is like my 6th time coming, my 2nd time being inside. But I did like 2 or 3 videos in my car, and each time I got like mad entrees. If you don't believe me, just search my channel. I think the food here is excellent. I said that from day one. It's the only reason why I wanted the gift cards. So I don't want people to think that they're like paying me this. I'm showing you this because I want you to know I'm not lying. But just so I could give him a tip, and I don't have any cash on me, I asked him to give me a bill, and he charged me a penny. He's about to get a big ass tip. I'm just gonna pay him. You know what I'm saying? He was a good server, and I'm gonna pay him what the food costs. So, you know, I'm not gonna get into it, but it costs a decent amount of money, and I think he deserves it. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I've said this every single time. I'm saying it for the 5th time. No money changed hands for this. Nothing. I really love the food. I'm gonna get this boxed up because I love this damn steak, but I can't eat it anymore, and I want to go get some Haagen-Dazs in the mall. So I appreciate y'all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. More content and a hand sign.
The Big Dill Double Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles.
The future won't be handed to us. We will build it.
But how can we, when the education we need is still just an elective?
The power to create with computer science and AI.
The skills transforming every industry.
And increasing our earnings by 8%.
This isn't radical. It's what education is supposed to do. Make computer science and AI a graduation requirement.
I'm Peter Robinson of Uncommon Knowledge. To honor the remarkable scholarship of Tom Sowell, renowned economist, social theorist, public intellectual, and Hoover Senior Fellow, we're inviting everyone inspired by his work to enter 2 national contests. The Thomas Sowell Essay Contest is open to high school students and college undergraduates. Students may explore a cultural issue or a policy issue through the lens of Tom Sowell's work, or reflect on how Thomas Sowell changed their view of the world. It certainly changed mine. I imagine it changed yours. The second contest is Thomas Sowell Video Contest. This is open to everyone.
It accelerates me, but when it's the fucking computer there, slow it down and stop and clock. Cheating ass fuckers. That's why I'm beating your ass now.
Good morning, I'm meteorologist Buddy Leslie alongside Craig Carrera. We are waiting. We're about 70 to 75 minutes now away from the next update from the National Hurricane Center. They'll, of course, provide us with more updates on Tropical Storm Aaron, which is expected to rapidly intensify into a full-on hurricane. And at this point, some of our forecast projections calling for a major Category 4 hurricane with winds of 130 miles per hour. I know, it's going to be, we're starting things off with the hurricane season. We're going from 0 to 100 real quick. Right now, here's what we're seeing in the Atlantic Basin. Yes, there's an invest that we're watching here, but really our attention is going to be on Aaron. Let's do a deep dive into Aaron. Our previous update was given to us at about 5 a.m. in the morning. It's an inverse relationship. You can see we had our barometric pressure at one point that did go down by 1 millibar, meaning that it's actually strengthened. The winds as well have increased, or I should say the forward movement increased from 15 to 17 miles per hour. Here's what we know. Current winds at 70 miles per hour. That means we're only 4 miles per hour shy of Category 1 hurricane strength. As this races toward the west, toward parts of the
Leeward Islands.
And take a look at those outer rain bands getting closer to those islands, my friend. That is going to bring some rain to your area, also bring some of the wave energy that will make it all the way over the portions of Puerto Rico, perhaps Dominican Republic as well. Right now, it has some warmer waters that it's dealing with and moving into warmer waters at that. Notice there's convection, especially on the southern side. It is still battling a little bit of dry air to the northern side, but it's starting to fill in, if you will. Hurricane hunters have been going into it, and we've been bringing you the live data all morning long because it is critical information to find out what the structure is doing, what the position is doing, what's going on in the storm. And Michael, right now the dust is getting pushed out. There's not much to work with. The water vapor, all the moisture in the atmosphere is really starting to fill in, if you will, and helping this thing as it moves over the warmer waters.
Yeah, all signs and signals indicating that this thing is going to strengthen rapidly. You can see by Monday, by the time we clear the weekend, 130 miles per hour, and it's not like this thing's going to quickly weaken. By the time we get to Wednesday, perhaps still a powerful hurricane with winds toward the Bahamas at 120 miles per hour.
And now behind Aaron is another batch of tropical waves that continue to move off the coast of Africa right this weekend and into the start of next week. The Cabo Verde Islands could be first in line for impacts, and we want to look back at what happened. Before Aaron even got a name, the system released some major flooding across the islands, killing several people while it was Invest 97L. It's important to stay with the forecasts, and we talk about all that happens with these waves that come off the coast of Africa. As we go through the next several months, we still have some dust, but less in the way of dust, less in the way of the wind shear. And these are the seedlings, if you will, that move into the main development region. And that does help some of these storms, if they start to develop here, give them more time, more real estate, if you will, to just grow. And that's something you watch closely. Of course, we've been watching Aaron, but look at the waves coming out right behind it. So as we move through the weekend, guess what? It's almost like a train or a conga line, as Michael mentioned earlier, where we've got wave after wave coming off the coast. Michael, look at this one right here. The first one coming in late Monday evening. It is in the area where there is development likely, but widespread, not only from the MDR, but through portions of the Northern Caribbean. Could see some development there.
Yeah, it's interesting because some of our forecast models, not all of them, but some of them are locked into some of those successive tropical waves forming into a little something, either a tropical depression or a tropical storm in the near future. And you look at all the other ingredients, the dust is beginning to somewhat settle in that pocket. Yeah. Dust is further removed toward the north, meaning that dust won't act to snuff out some of these storms quickly.
It's true. Think of this like a little pocket, a little envelope, if you will, right? And that's where we've got more of the wave of moisture, less wind shear, and less dust. And while the waters in that little pocket aren't up into the 80s, they're conducive enough. We have 70s and 80s. Boy, let's talk about Aaron. Aaron made it through with 79-degree water, which is marginal, but it did it. It found that little envelope. So chance for development as we go through the 22nd. It's on the medium side and a little bit higher once we come off the coast here toward the end of the week.
And yeah, there's a little Goldilocks zone, and again, it seems like everything is just right. We'll, of course, continue to watch those waves off of Africa in days to come. Well, of course, Craig, it is a TGI Friday, right? That means that it's time to look back at this week in weather. Check this out. Hijos míos, all that rain. This is in Pinellas County, Florida, not too far away from St. Petersburg, right? Heavy rain triggering flash flooding. Now, although they're relatively used to this in Florida, still, though, when you receive tons of rain, I believe that some pockets actually picked up over 6 inches of rain. It was incredible on Sunday. But that could lead to all kinds of flooding. Thank goodness basements aren't that common in Florida.
And okay, it's tough to drive through that, and it's a good reminder, be careful because you can easily stall there.
Yeah, how about Monday, by the way? Police dash cam showing this. I saw Ari El-Solari talking about this. What happened was there was a lightning bolt that struck a transformer on the left side. Yes. That transformer, that energy,
then look at the right side.
Yeah, worked across the power line, and another one exploded. Just look at this. And what we learned is there's actually a little bit of oil in those transformers. I didn't know about that. And that was what caused that huge explosion that you saw on the left.
Meantime, a sad story and a tough one coming out of
out of Tennessee in Chattanooga, portions of East Tennessee dealing with flash flooding. It did lead to 4 deaths. Chattanooga had its second west day on record, only second to what was remnants of a tropical storm back in 2011. It left scenes like this, and of course they had a major flooding that happened there. That was a tough one to see Tuesday.
Yeah, I think that was a tropical storm Lee. It was just incredible. Meanwhile, Wednesday evening, storms rolled through the northeast with quite some power. Listen to this. Yep, and it wasn't just the rain and wind, but it was also the lightning. And it was wild, too, because out of Newark Liberty International Airport, lightning out of this same storm complex actually struck the tail of an aircraft at Newark Liberty International Airport.
All right, we talked about a water spout. This one in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on Thursday. You can see it in the center of your screen, right there. You can see the water getting picked up at the bottom. It's tough to see the middle of the screen, but you can see the bottom, the water being pulled up. Myrtle Beach forecast to see chance of thunderstorms each day through the weekend. Be safe out there. Man, that's awesome, impressive. And sometimes they go onto land, so you got to be careful before they fall apart.
Yeah, my goodness, not a sight that you want to see, especially if you're heading to the beach, that's for sure. Meantime, it was a thunderstorm that lit up the sky over Rapid City, South Dakota yesterday evening. Whoa, I know, right? More storms, by the way, on the way for parts of the northern plains in the upper Midwest, bringing with it a renewed flash flood threat. And again, the problem here is that, Craig, we're going to see in places like Minneapolis, St. Paul, down to Rochester, Rhinelander, and really the heart of Wisconsin, even more storms, kind of like what we saw here in Rapid City.
Yeah, it is tough because a lot of that area you just mentioned is on a level 2 out of 5 for the severe storm threat, which includes a chance for some towering storms producing some hail, some strong winds, and even some rotation. The level 1 threat goes back into portions of the Dakotas. So a lot of this energy coming out of the Rockies, a big dip in the jet will help to enhance some of those storms, and some of those storms will give us some stronger winds later today. We have some storms this morning, but it's the second round this afternoon. So for the morning hours, we've been dealing with scattered showers and thunderstorms over portions of the Dakotas. And then, Michael, you talked about the amount of rain we've had this month. It is a lot of rain. The ground is saturated. The storms that come through today could lead to flash flooding because we could see some decent rainfall totals, but also unsaturated ground.
I mean, we just showed you video out of Milwaukee of significant flooding. That was along what's called the Milwaukee River. And as Craig's showing you right now, the soil moisture in and around Milwaukee.
Stop doing this shit. Man, you fucking cigarettes.
Super saturated. Just being can't handle another half an inch to an inch without flooding and leaving left or on.
Like you step on it, kind of spongy in some spots, right?
Dang, ain't no but some goddamn fire starter, bro.
You have your notifications on your Fox weather on, turned on, so you can get your alerts. Plus, maybe have one more. A NOAA radar is a great resource for you, Michael, because these storms pick up again this afternoon. When a lot of us are trying to sleep, and it's a Friday, and a lot of us let our car down.
We doing the normal shit. These shit steady trying to fucking start a fire.
Run out the door for after dinner night on your Friday night. You're going to get super soaked in Minneapolis, down to Fort Rochester, perhaps even Duluth, Minnesota. So watch for that. A couple of those storms could pack a punch with some gusty winds. Yeah, and then so tomorrow we continue with the wind threat as well as hail.
Fucking
The upper Great Lakes. Flash flood threat for Saturday.
So sick of this shit.
Also a level 2 out of 4. We talked about the saturated ground, Green Bay, Sheboygan, Milwaukee, La Crosse, Minneapolis, St. Paul, all included with this yet again. And the rain forecast through Monday, several areas getting 2 to 3 inches of rain.
Dang, every fucking second of the day I gotta fucking step on age.
Well, hey, thank you so much for sticking with us right here in your flight.
I always fucking going
around. Thanks for being with us. We'll continue to bring you the very latest on the tropics as we keep an eye on both basins. And of course, we've been watching what's been going on over the Gulf of America, as well as the Erin as well. Before we go, we want to remind you to tune in to Fox Weather August 25th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the premiere of Katrina's Wrath 20 years later. 20 years. And we are going to talk about this. We have a 4-part docuseries. You don't want to miss it. Fox Weather First will be right back.
Hi, I'm Kiana Lewis, and today we're talking about...
How?
Now, you've probably heard us call her
pt2 naming a hurricane. Each year, the World Meteorological Organization puts out a list.
That shit's stupid, bro. Like, how did he go down?
Any system that qualifies as a tropical storm or hurricane in the Atlantic Basin. Those names, they rotate every 6 years. Nearly 100 names have been retired so far from the Atlantic Basin since 1954, all due to the severity. Fox Weather is your Hurricane HQ. Download the app today.
Nah, y'all cheated Derrick Henry out of a fucking touchdown. That's what I'm doing.
It's not for a trophy, not for a badge. It's a mindset, a movement, not just worn, earned. Champion. Every product Grunt makes is named after one of my buddies in the trades who inspired it and helped us design it. Every step of our design process revolves around listening to the guys who actually do the work. It made it earn to see that we did it.
Speed that clock up. Speed that clock up. Same way y'all do me. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Super Bowl. We won this shit. Super Bowl, bitch.
Hey there, thanks for joining us here on Fox Weather First. Right now, it is very likely the tropical storm Aaron will rapidly intensify today. It's moving over some warmer waters. Aaron is forecast to become a Category 4 hurricane by Sunday. Now, the hurricane hunters, they continue to fly into the storm and bring us some very critical data that we can use to help you determine what's going on with the storm. Dangerous rip currents, they're expected this weekend along the East Coast, as well as large waves. That's possible into next week. We're tracking the very latest.
And you'll get another update in less than an hour with hurricane hunters also getting ready to investigate Invest 98L. This is in the Gulf of America. And this is expected to bring some big-time impacts for our friends and family in South Texas, where there's a level 2 and 4 flash flood threat in place. We've got the latest.
And more storms across the northern plains and upper Midwest. That's going to bring the renewed flash flood threat to areas that are soaked. We are headed into this afternoon with more severe storms having impacts on cities potentially like the Twin Cities. We'll talk about how much rain could fall and when we could get a bit of a break. Fox Weather First continues right now. Hey there, welcome to a new hour of Fox Weather First. Thank you for joining us. I'm Craig Herrera.
Yeah, Mike, less than 7 o'clock on the dot. We're keeping a very close eye on what is brewing in the Atlantic, and you'll see it behind us. Of course, Aaron, but Invest 98L exploded yesterday. That could become a tropical depression soon.
All eyes on that as we watch Texas. Let's also talk about what's going on with Aaron, because rapid intensification, my friend, is possibility, and that's all due to the decreasing wind shear. It's also moving into those warmer waters, which is fuel, high-octane fuel for this storm to just expand and bubble up. And forecast models now saying that we could see this be a Category 4 storm. The latest information coming in at 5. This is it. We'll get the latest or the newest update coming in less than an hour, about 8 o'clock or so. So stay with us here on Fox Weather. They come in every 3 hours now. The latest advisory still has us at 70-mile-per-hour winds, so it is still a tropical storm. Waiting for that to reach 74. Then we're talking Cat 1. Moving west-northwest at 17 miles per hour. The pressure dropped 1 millibar, now at 997. Notice we've got some convection, especially on the southern side of that. It's still battling a little bit of dry air on the northern side here. The southern side is starting to fill in, and the hurricane hunters are going in there, and it is critical. The hurricane hunters